I cannot unhear my mouth noises. He's like...
Oh man.
Yeah, it's awful.
So, these past few weeks have been super busy. I have had to work on a bunch of different weddings and editing photos and traveling for gigs that ended up getting canceled. All sorts of crazy stuff. And long story short, I have nothing planned for today's vlog. So today, more than any past iterations of the vlog cabin, is gonna be an actual vlog where I'm just gonna go about my day and do stuff and take you guys with me. And it's probably not gonna be super exciting, but that's kind of what vlogs are anyway, so that's what we're doing. So I hit up Sean and I told him that I don't have anything planned for the Caribou vlog, that we should figure out something to do that's fun today, and he suggested trying hyperlapses, which is something that we have thought about for a while now and gotten super into the idea of doing. We went out and shot some star photos the other night at Mary's Peak and started thinking about how we could potentially incorporate hyperlapse into that kind of stuff. So today I think what we're gonna do is go out during golden hour and try hyperlapses before we go out at night in the middle of the night and try to do that with stars. So I'm gonna bring some yo-yos. I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I do for yo-yo photography, because we kind of touched on that with Alec a few weeks ago, but I'll show you my personal kind of workflow for doing product photography and things like that. Other than that, we're just gonna see where the day takes us.
I can't do it. I only learned it today.
That was great.
Don't hit the yo-yo. Don't hit the yo-yo.
Don't hit it. Whatever you hit, make sure it's not the yo-yo. Try to do some micro elements.
You should.
Try not to do a trick when we're doing a trick.
Yeah, try to just make as little movement as possible, actually.
How is it? How many thumbs would you give it out of 10? 2? Out of 10? 10
thumbs?
10 thumbs. You give it 10 thumbs? 10 fingers out of 10 thumbs? Okay. Cool. So, we're waiting for the sun to get to a better spot for the time-lapse stuff so that you can actually see time advancing. Lapsing, if you will. And Sean needs to grab his monopod from his parents' house, so we are driving over there really quick. When we get back, hopefully the sun will be in a low enough position that we're getting some shadows and sunset-y type stuff. And I think the plan is to go skate around campus, because it's National Go Skateboarding Day or something like that, or Worldwide Go Skateboarding Day, and try to do some hyperlapse stuff while we're there. What's the best part about visiting your parents?
Free food.
The food. Alright, so we just went to Sean's parents' house. We planned on being there for like 5 minutes, really quick, grab some stuff, catch up. And his parents just really twisted our arms into like staying for dinner and just talking and like, you know, like just enjoying the summer evening and stuff. It's just really obnoxious. No, I'm kidding. Barney and Nola, if you're watching this, shout out to you for dinner. Thank you so much.
here's an idea.
Okay.
We hyperlapse through the Link Center Plaza, through Fairbanks, and then we take one of the diagonal MU ones, and we like hyperlapse out of it. You know what I mean? Diagonally across it. So eventually, the very close would be like MU, closest to. I'm not articulating this.
I have
well
literally
at all.
no idea what you're talking about. So this is your sponsor meet tape for
Loaded?
Loaded. This is for Loaded Longboards. Sean Watson, Corvallis, Oregon.
We're chill. We're skaters.
Okay, so the idea here is that Sean is going to walk down this path, and every 5 seconds he's going to take a shot of the building with the center point of his camera on the exact same part, and it's going to be the same like composition essentially every single time. He's only moving a few inches between each shot, and then at the end of it he'll have a sweet time-lapse looking thing that also has motion in it. I'm gonna go run around and shoot some product photos of yo-yos while he does this, while there's still light. Alright, so when I'm shooting yo-yo photos, at least recently, the ones that I've been shooting, product videos and photos in general, I want like a really blank, kind of like bare background, so that it doesn't take focus off of the product. So it can be like a pop of color or something, but it has to be relatively nondescript because the photo isn't about where it is, the photo is about the product. So right now I'm just kind of rolling around looking for a good backdrop. So I'm shooting the Dune, and the Dune has really cool colors. I can't remember what this colorway is called, but it's beautiful, and I want to get really cool lighting on it because I think it'll just look amazing. So I found these little light spots, and I think that they could do some really cool stuff with the yo-yo, especially with them in the background and stuff. So I'm going to take a few test shots, see what I think, move on from there. So there are two extremely important things in shooting products, and they are lighting and angle. So for that last shot, I was trying to line up the lights in the background kind of with a similar angle as the string in the foreground, and I shot a couple of them horizontal to get more wide detail, and then I shot a couple vertical, which I think I like better because there's more string in the shot, and I was able to get kind of more of the depth of the scene. But it was just all kind of stuff that I was keeping in mind, kind of like trying to line up leading lines, things like that. I've always wanted to shoot a video in here though, so I'm going to do some scouting, maybe take some pictures in here because it's super well lit, and then go from there. I don't really have a plan at this point. There goes the hyperlapse.
It's painstaking and tedious and hard.
Yeah.
It's not smooth at all.
Oh yeah. So you're gonna have to fix some rotation, minor rotation. Other than that, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, for the very first time I've ever done this,
Not doing too bad.
Am I gonna get all the way down to there before the light runs out?
Probably not.
No.
Probably shouldn't have eaten as
We
much food as
probably
we
should
did.
not have stayed as late.
That's okay.
Which is your fault.
Silly Sean. So right as I was filming that last little bit, my card filled up on this camera, and they have a different kind of card in them. This is an SD card. That camera runs off a CF card. It can do an SD card, but I never shoot one, of course. So I couldn't just switch cards. I had to literally switch cameras completely. Honestly, it was probably the perfect time for it to stop being able to record anything because neither of us were getting what we wanted to get. What did we learn about hyperlapses today?
How do you do them? How do you do hyperlapses?
We
They're
still
hard.
don't know. They're hard.
Well, a steady hyperlapse is a patient photographer
Yeah.
with an excellent viewfinder.
So there's some steps here that we're missing, and
We
it's
just
funny.
watched some cool time lapses and hyperlapses on the internet, and we're like, we can do that.
Yeah,
We got dope gear.
totally. It's not all about the gear, you guys.
No.
Sean and I are, you could call us professionals in this, in that we both work in the industry. We have degrees in this, and we're still learning. We have no idea how to do everything. I mean, today we failed at like everything that we set out to do. Did not create a hyperlapse. We left too late to even get the kind of shots that we wanted to do. Product-wise, I got maybe 2 shots that I'm happy with, and those are still like mediocre. The important part,
Sometimes you swing and a miss.
sometimes you swing and you miss, but the important part is that you swung.
There you go.
And so today, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're shooting photos, if you're trying to make a freaking hyperlapse that's literally black magic, or if you're trying to shoot a yo-yo video, or if you're trying to shoot a skate video, which we've also failed at numerous times. Everything that we've ever been okay or decent at,
We failed a lot
we
of times.
failed a lot of times
there.
at first. While it sucks to think about the fact that you failed, like focus more on what you learned from it.
the
Like
only
we learned
way.
that we need to study a lot more before we attempt a hyperlapse, and we're sure as hell not doing one at night for a long time.
No.
Well, that's probably it for today. We're probably gonna go back to Sean's house and play video games for a while. I hope at least some of you participated in Go Skateboard Day, and I hope even more of you guys participated in National Yo-Yo Day, which was earlier this week, I think. Maybe it was last week, I don't know, I don't pay attention. Time is an illusion. Thank you guys for tuning into the Vlog Cabin this week. I really appreciate it. I know that it wasn't super exciting this time. That's okay. Sometimes we just have mediocre days, and sometimes you just have to be okay with that. I hope you all are doing great. The next big contest that's coming up is Worlds, so that's the next contest that I'll be attending. I'm really excited to hang out with my yo-yo friends. Can you not ruin every shot? I'm really excited to see you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna have a chance to hang out with other yo-yoers until then, besides JT. I was trying to get in touch with JT this week, but he just got back from Vegas and was unpacking and stuff, so he wasn't available. So we will probably be chatting next week with JT. I wanted to do something about trick theory or something, but you guys have already heard me talk way too much, so I'm trying to cut that out and actually go do stuff. This is a little peek into my life, what day-to-day looks like when I kind of have a day off from other stuff, and sometimes those days work out really well, like the star photos that we went and took the other day. Sometimes you just can't find your groove like today, and that's okay. Everybody has those days. We'll see you next week. Peace.